The developer of this game wanted to share his baby struggles with the rest of the world, so he made this, and it's awesome. As I was playing this French title on Twitch for the first time, I had no idea that I would keep getting amazed over and over by the upwards curve of just awesome stuff. I was caught off guard because just like a newborn fresh out of his mother's womb, The Cursed Knight isn't a very clean game. It's unpolished. It's a brand new game for the Megadrive or Sega Genesis, so you know it's special. But the first level is pretty boring and way too easy, the stages can end pretty abruptly, there is a severe lack of sound effects, some visual tricks can be jarring, and the first bosses are a pushover. It's a platformer shmup hybrid, with the platforming bit being the more refined and satisfying one. It has some unique sections that are extremely basic, but actually, I'd rather have them than not.
A video game is fun when something different happens. Keeps it fresh and varied and makes you wonder what will happen next.
All of the bad stuff I mentioned does not get in the way of enjoying the game though. It didn't make me want to put the game down at any time, and it's not holding me from playing again. In fact, I had to play it again in order to get the good ending, and I played it a third time before making this video in order to get another ending I had missed.
Now, you already heard about the shortcomings of this game. You're ready for the dessert now. Some say it's the most important meal in a course, because that's what's left in your mouth after you leave the restaurant. But just having something very sweet at the end isn't enough. I'll give you a better example at the end of the video.
The Cursed Knight is admittedly a die and retry kind of game, where you try a stage multiple times until you learn how not to suck, and then you can move on. This makes for a compelling second playthrough to put what you learned to the test. It's designed like that, to allow the player the satisfaction of moving on to a higher difficulty. It's a more modern approach seen in the precision platformer genre. It works. My personal favorite were the giant bosses, enemies coming from the background, Fonzie tossing the princess on the ground.
Yes! Oh! Best game of all time, dude!
Just stuff kept happening. And by the time I saw the baby, I was a fan. Please note that the game version you're seeing, while a complete game, is not the final product and was sent to me for free. It is a review copy, but it's one of a kind and the single best copy of the game. Because of this. My copy is Goaty_branded. Epic game! 10 out of 10. Cheeky of them, but very cool.
Hey, idiot. They do that for everyone. You're not special.
These two billboards were actually a 250 Kickstarter pledge tier where two backers alone could put whatever they wanted on it. So Zebby redeemed one to use it as advertisement for his own Megadrive game that he is working on, the Viking and the Ninja. Zebby is a very cool guy, and I'm only saying that because he watches me regularly on Twitch. So you wanna be cool too? Come watch. Let's talk old games there. The final product will be a little bit better. Some changes that the developers confirmed to me already are the parallax scrolling bug, bullet readability in some areas, an added sound effect addition for this part, and a bunch more stuff actually, including a boss rush mode. They were in my live streams, and the impression I got was just genuine passion and interest in some feedback. Also, I mean, look at them. I trust them. The Cursed Knight crushed its Kickstarter campaign, where they weren't asking for that much money anyway. And hey, the game price? Only €45. 40 if you supported it during the crowdfunding. Speaking of support, if you enjoyed the video this far, click the like button. It helps to spread it out to more people. I appreciate you. What you get for the price is very much above the modern average. There's even unique artwork in the manual. Watch out for the spoilers though. The materials are good, although I'm not a fan of this shinier cartridge label. Don't like the case design and composition. The pixel font, not a fan. The cover art I also find unappealing, which is common with modern Megadrive releases. There's this unsatisfying wraparound too. Then again, the box isn't as important now as it was back then. The Cursed Knight is the most surprising game to come out of the Megadrive's aftermarket, and it gives me renewed hope for this second genesis of the console, if you will, that we're experiencing. A new lifespan that is just not going anywhere. It's a very cool game with good pacing, which just seems mediocre at first. I would put it in my personal favorite top 3 new Mega Drive games yet. Now, I'm not that tech savvy, but hey, you can take a look here if you want. Kudos to Broke Studio, the publisher. Not only the Kickstarter page was very well put together, but they seem very involved in the project and passionate enough to be in my stream chat for a long time. The developer, GGS, has teased a clip of their new project and has assured me that the game will be a Thunder Force 4 inspired Metroidvania. Speaking of Metroidvania buzzwords, there is another new Mega Drive game which has a similar upwards curve, and you should watch it here right now.